Imagine sitting in a dark control room, headphones on, listening to the deepest parts of our oceans. Suddenly, a sound erupts from the speakers, something so strange, so powerful, that it defies every explanation scientists can offer. For decades, NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, has recorded mysterious noises echoing from the abyss. Today, we're diving into these underwater enigmas, exploring what science knows, what it suspects, and the haunting questions that still remain unanswered. Before we descend into the mystery, let's understand who's listening. NOAA is a United States scientific agency dedicated to studying the oceans, atmosphere, and the conditions of our planet. Among their many missions, they monitor underwater sound using a vast network of hydrophones, sensitive microphones designed to capture noise beneath the waves. These instruments were originally part of Cold War submarine detection systems, but today they listen for earthquakes, marine life, and occasionally, sounds nobody can fully explain. You might wonder why sound matters so much in the ocean. The answer is simple. Light barely penetrates the deep, but sound travels incredibly far underwater, sometimes thousands of miles. For scientists, listening is like having eyes in a world of perpetual darkness. By analyzing acoustic signals, researchers can track whale migrations, detect underwater volcanoes, and study the movements of tectonic plates. The ocean is constantly speaking, and NOAA's hydrophones are there to capture every whisper and roar. In the 1990s, NOAA's Pacific Marine Environmental Laboratory began detecting sounds that puzzled even seasoned experts. These recordings didn't match any known marine animal, ship, or natural phenomenon. They were loud, unusual, and sometimes downright eerie. Scientists gave them nicknames, names that have since become legendary among ocean enthusiasts. Each sound carried its own personality, its own mystery. And with every recording, the question grew louder. What exactly is making these noises in the deep? The most famous of these sounds is called the bloop, recorded in 1997. It was detected by sensors over 3,000 miles apart, suggesting it was extraordinarily loud, far louder than any known animal. Its low frequency rose rapidly, creating a strange, rising tone. For years, people speculated wildly. Could it be a gigantic, undiscovered sea creature, a monster lurking in the depths? The bloop captured imaginations worldwide and became a symbol of the ocean's vast unknown. Eventually, science offered an answer that was both humbling and astonishing. After years of investigation, NOAA concluded that the bloop was most likely an ice quake, the sound of a massive iceberg cracking and fracturing in the cold waters near Antarctica. As ice splits and breaks, it releases tremendous energy, creating sounds that travel enormous distances. The mystery monster turned out to be the planet itself, groaning and shifting in ways we rarely get to witness. But the bloop was just the beginning. In 1999, NOAA recorded another peculiar sound they named Julia. Lasting roughly 15 seconds, Julia was loud enough to be heard across the entire equatorial Pacific hydrophone array. The sound had an almost moaning, organic quality that sent chills through anyone who heard it. Scientists eventually concluded that Julia was likely a large iceberg running aground off the coast of Antarctica, scraping against the seafloor as it moved. Another captivating recording was named Slow Down, captured in May of 1997. As its name suggests, this sound gradually decreased in frequency over about 7 minutes, fading like something winding down. It was detected on multiple hydrophones thousands of miles apart. Researchers believe slowdown was caused by a large iceberg dragging across the ocean floor, the friction creating a steadily slowing vibration. Yet some still find its gradual, deliberate fade hauntingly difficult to fully explain. Then there's upsweep, a sound first detected in 1991 and one that continues to this day. Upsweep consists of a long train of narrow-band upsweeping sounds, each lasting several seconds. Its source has been traced to a location in the South Pacific, near active underwater volcanoes. Scientists believe it's connected to volcanic activity, possibly seawater interacting with hot lava. Upsweep reminds us that the ocean floor is alive, constantly reshaping itself through forces of incredible heat and pressure. In 1997, NOAA also recorded a sound they simply called the whistle. Unlike the others, this one was detected by only a single hydrophone, making it impossible to triangulate its exact location. Its high-pitched whistling tone resembled a kettle coming to a boil, far beneath the sea. Most scientists attribute it to an underwater volcanic eruption, but because only one instrument caught it, the whistle remains one of the more elusive entries in NOAA's catalog of mysteries. Among the lesser-known recordings is one nicknamed Train, captured in 1997. The sound rises to a steady, droning, quasi-steady frequency, resembling the rumble of a passing locomotive. Researchers suspect Train, like several other sounds, originated from the friction of a massive iceberg grinding against the seabed near the Ross Sea in Antarctica. It's remarkable to think that ice, something we associate with silence and stillness, can produce sounds powerful enough to travel across an entire ocean. You might be surprised how often icebergs appear in these explanations. The truth is, ice is far from quiet. Icebergs are enormous, some larger than entire cities, and as they move, melt, crack, and collide with the ocean floor, they release powerful acoustic energy. These vibrations can travel thousands of miles through water. So while we imagine monsters and mysteries, the real explanation often lies in the dramatic, dynamic behavior of frozen giants drifting through polar seas. Volcanoes also play a starring role in these underwater mysteries. The ocean floor is dotted with thousands of volcanic vents and seamounts, many completely hidden from human eyes. When magma meets seawater, or when the seafloor shifts, it generates distinctive sounds. NOAA's hydrophones are perfectly positioned to capture this hidden volcanic activity. In fact, listening to these sounds has helped scientists discover eruptions they otherwise never would have known were happening deep beneath the waves. Of course, not all ocean sounds are mysterious. Many come from the magnificent creatures living within. Whale songs are among the most beautiful sounds on Earth, traveling vast distances through the deep. Blue whales, the largest animals to ever exist, produce calls so low that humans can barely perceive them. NOAA's monitoring has revealed fascinating patterns in whale communication, helping researchers protect these gentle giants and understand the rich, vocal society thriving in the silent-seeming sea. One of the most touching ocean sound stories is the 52 Hz whale, often called the loneliest whale in the world. This individual sings at an unusually high frequency, 52 Hz, far different from any known whale species. Because of this, scientists wondered if it could ever be understood by others of its kind. Detected for years, this solitary voice reminds us that the ocean holds not just mysteries of science, but stories that tug at our hearts. You might ask, why does solving these sound mysteries even matter? The answer is profound. Each explained sound teaches us something new about our planet, about shifting ice, hidden volcanoes, and the living creatures of the deep. These discoveries help scientists predict natural events, monitor climate change, and protect marine ecosystems. By listening carefully and refusing to accept easy answers, NOAA transforms eerie, unexplained noises into valuable knowledge that benefits all of humanity. Despite all this progress, the ocean remains stubbornly mysterious. We've explored less than 5% of our oceans in any detail. The deep sea is one of the least understood places in our entire universe, more mysterious in some ways than the surface of Mars. New sounds continue to be recorded, and not all of them have clear explanations. Somewhere, in the crushing darkness, there are surely discoveries waiting that we cannot yet imagine. It's natural to wonder, could some of these sounds come from creatures we haven't discovered? The honest answer is that it's possible. Scientists regularly find new species in the deep ocean, including animals of surprising size. While most mysterious sounds have natural explanations, the sheer vastness of unexplored water means we cannot rule out surprises. The deep sea has a remarkable way of humbling even our most confident assumptions about what life on Earth can be. The future of ocean exploration sounds brighter than ever. Advances in technology are giving scientists more sensitive instruments, smarter computers, and artificial intelligence capable of analyzing massive amounts of acoustic data. Autonomous underwater vehicles now venture into places humans could never safely reach. With these tools, NOAA and researchers worldwide are unlocking secrets faster than at any time in history. Every recording brings us one step closer to understanding the hidden symphony of the deep. The NOAA Ocean Sound Mystery reminds us that our planet still holds wonders beyond our imagination. What once seemed like monsters lurking in the dark turned out to be icebergs, volcanoes, and the breathtaking voices of whales. Yet the mystery endures, inviting us to keep listening, keep questioning, and keep exploring. So the next time you stand near the sea, remember, beneath those waves lies a vast living world, still waiting to be heard.